Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for the Joy of Blue collaboration. This is a collaboration that I started where each month we bring you a project with blue. For this month, I am bringing you my July daily journal, and this is the before, but it will be pretty interesting to look at because I prepped it this year. So I did this a little different. There is a video showing you how I put together the cover and the signatures. That was about a week ago, so go back and check that out if you haven't seen it. And I'm filming this early so that I can get started and do my journaling, but I wanted you to see how to prep something. Now, I've done it both ways, where I just create a journal and leave it naked for the month and then go. But I have a lot of things going on and a little bit of travel, and I thought it would be fun to make it easier on myself. So what I've done is I've decorated the pages to some extent. Some of them I think you would say are naked, but a lot of them aren't. And I have gone through and sorted and resorted and used beautiful ephemera from Happy Mail. I have put journaling cards and I've numbered the pages, maybe not always this obvious, but I'll be able to find my way. I've added some beautiful items. I'm going to change out this picture. This is an old picture of Pooh, and I have a cute picture of Wilson and I just need to get it printed. I think it should be a pet that is here with me this year. And then in here, I have a journaling card, another fun Happy Mail item. So I can go through and glue little stars and tiny ephemera bits and cute things that I have set aside. But if I just wanted to sit down and journal about the 4th so I don't forget or don't have to write it on scratch paper like I did last year, I'm ready. And for the 5th, I've used Emily's beautiful tag. And see, I have some naked spots here. It needs a little something, but I'm ready to journal. And for the 6th, this is all the page for the 6th. So I just wanted to show you, this is another way you could do it, or you could just do it all as you go. I used Emily's envelope here, and then I have a paper inside to write on. These are gorgeous blue rose petals from Kathy. Not sure how well they show in there. And then summer came again, and I put them behind the laminated sheet from Noni. Today, and may all your wishes come true, that came in Happy Mail and I just loved it. And for the 8th, you can see I have bits. I have goodness that so many of you sent me. And in some cases, I just wanted to use the item. Like this, I was going to use it. It had to find a place. And I had the 9 and the blue, and I saw this page and went, oh, it should go there. If you have things you want to use them. These aren't necessarily 4th of July, but what really matters is what you do with what you have. And then as I used, here's the dog. This is from Teresa's paper that she designed and is for sale on Not Too Shabby Shop. And look at these, so cute. Emily's little Happy Mail. And I have stamps in here. Here's an example. So this is number 10. I could take a pen and I could write right here. I could staple something, I could make this a pocket, but if I just needed to write, I could. The other thing is I could write here, those could be my notes, and then I could fancy it up on a journal card or something later. This came in Happy Mail and I put it in here, and I couldn't figure out what I was going to do with that jar, so I turned it into the 11. Find joy in the ordinary. This is from the Smash Our Stash project video. Look at these, I sewed every one of them on. You can certainly glue your buttons on, but let's be honest, that little splash of blue through the middle is cute. And then I have a space to write here for the 12th, and I'll use my silver pens for that. I also have a white one I could use. I left the hard rock showing, and I have some space here, and this will be 13, I think. Look at this. This was a mold that Andrea was playing with. This is the other side of my card. And so here we have the 14th, and I've set it up. So it just gives you an idea. If you wanted to prep it and then go on a trip or a vacation, or if you wanted to do a travel journal this way, you could. This is the 15th. I think Beth might have sent this to me in Happy Mail. Thoughts from my rocking chair. Makes me think of my grandpa. I absolutely love it. Make today ridiculously amazing. These are items that I found and just put all together, things that I wanted. And then this is my journaling card for the 16th. Again, silver pen, you can make that happen, or white. And then look at this. Noni colored this for me. It is just cute as can be. He's precious, and I thought he was fun on this page. Made him pop on this little tiny page. This is the journaling card for it, and you can see I've used a lot of stickers. Many times I put the 18 on a circle die cut, and then I put a bunch of die cuts around it, and that gets really fat, especially if you put them in the same place in the page. I was trying to use stickers and keep things a little thinner and mix it up quite a bit. A lot of variety in here. Sequins on this flag. These are mixed media papers where I sprayed them and dyed them. It's a star-spangled kind of day and one of my clusters, and I thought I could write on the back, or maybe I'll use it somewhere else in here. And this again comes out to write on. Sweet Liberty, and there's a little 20, and I think this is a piece of Noni's trash. This was in the recent stuff that Crafty Bean sent me. I think this was in the stuff that Mary just recently sent me, and I just loved it. On the states, I was marking which ones I've been to. I think I missed a few. I'm sure I've been to Nebraska. I think I rented a car in Nebraska and drove it to Iowa. Wisconsin is next on my list, so if you're in Milwaukee, we should talk. I'll be there in August. Look at this little 21st. I was using these basic gray tabs that I have, and this is part of my Kleenex box. And again, this isn't pretty yet, right? I can layer paper on here. I can round the corners and stamp along it. I can take pens and jazz it up. I have my brilliant blue marker that I can use. I didn't say, okay, a page is done forever, but I said I won't have to struggle to find the journaling cards or figure out how to attach them. This die cut Tony sent me a long time ago, and I thought, oh, it's perfect for this. Here, this was a piece of happy mail I got. By doing what you love, you inspire and awaken the hearts of others. Is it red, white, and blue? No. Do we care? No. When it's your journal, you put whatever you want in it. You could do it all in purple for 4th of July if you want. And this was an envelope. You're going to see a lot of, envelopes from Happy Mail and different things in here. And in this one, I have a patriotic tag. I didn't back it, but I might leave it that way just because this journal got fat. And I'll show you what happened. Look at this. I started doing some stamping, and I have my stamps out still. I'll do much more. Look at this little cutie. This was also in the thing from Tina, and I added some stuff to it, and then I put the gold 26. I just love that. It's cute. And then my journaling card is right here in this newspaper. And you might be thinking, newspaper? Why did she put that in her journal? Look, Tony sent me this. She made a star-themed crossword. Oh my gosh, I just love this. So what happened was I put my whole journal together. If you watched the cover and signatures, I really tried to think, okay, I'm going to keep it thin. I looked at last year's. This is already crocodile-ish, and I'm going to add more. Gator mouth? I don't know, whatever we call it. I was going to keep it thin. I was going to keep each signature sloppy in here so that I could add a ton of stuff. Then I pulled out my bin. Turns out I had a bin that said my next journal or stuff for me. And this was in it. And this was in it. And I had missed this sewing the journal together. And I think there was something else. Oh, this one. This gel print that was a royal blue and navy. And I said, oh, I have to do it. So what I did was I took the middle apart and put it back together. And you could totally do that. This was also in my bin, and I glued it in there. It's also nice to have stuff you made on different days. This, I was using the Dina Wakley sprays quite a while ago. Oh, this was another piece I wanted in here. This, I was stitching and using ephemera and stamps and thread. Different techniques that you're playing with on different days gives your journal more variety than if you assembled the whole thing all at once. Golden Gate picture. I love that bridge. Summertime. So this is a number. This is a number. I started to get a little more dense here because I realized I'm going to use this journal next year too. Because I added so many pages in the signatures, it's not going to be done this year. And that's fine. It'll be a 2-year. I will do this again next year. Liberty and Justice for All. That was an ephemera piece that I just loved. And then I have a card here. And I kind of like this teal mixed media just showing through. This is player piano paper. It's very thin, has a cool texture. Gets even more interesting when you spray it with those Dina Wakley acrylic sprays. This paper came in Happy Mail. It's delicious. This is a little bit of pink for me, but how could I not? Joy is not in things. It is in us. And this had been in my next journal box. I nearly missed it. Didn't even know I had a next journal box. I'm really working on UFOs. Look, I want you to note here, I used a little bit of my dots, my Nuvo glitter drops. I was very proud. I didn't even set anything on them. I put it in there on just the piece of paper, set it aside for days, and then put the paper in here. And I think it's fun because when you pull it out, there's even more pretty behind it. And then this is the 31st, and this is what I have for next year. It's a little bit weird because I have some really cute stuff in next year already. Just a few items where when I went through, originally when I thought I was going to use the whole book like this, maybe I should switch it so I can really enjoy it this year. But this cool envelope is in this pocket, and I wanted a nice sturdy pocket for it, and I don't have very many horizontal pockets like that in here. Don't postpone joy. Okay, come on, that's awesome. And then this pocket that I recently made, it's in the back too. So I guess I have some really cool starting points for next year. And as I'm cleaning and tidying, and I put this was from Mary. I just trimmed the ends a little, and then I can cover the back and make it a giant journaling card. I was thinking that as I'm cleaning and tidying, I could be putting things in here too. Maybe I will have this even more prepped, not decorated. Finding the journal cards and figuring out how they're going to attach to the page and all that, that's not my favorite part. If I used more solid paper, like this one, I could just write on this one, and that would be great. Our friend Nancy told me that she has like a library stamp, so she could change the date, and then she's just going to stamp as she writes. I thought that was super cool. That allows you flexibility on the go because you're just dialing it, right? You don't have to look for stickers, dies, figure out how you want to number it. I've seen her journals. She writes beautifully and writes all over the pages. It's cool. It's definitely top notch. Oh, the wax seal from Emily's tag hangs over the front. And then I have this that I made and this sticking out. And I do have 2 tassels. I just haven't chosen one or decided what I'm going to do. Please check out the other collaborators, and my apologies that my video was a little long. We can do a flip later to see how it turns out if you'd like. Just let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.